Well, hello there. It's Julian here. As I had mentioned on the episode last week, I am currently out of town, which means that what we have here for you in the public feed is a Patreon unlock of our first Cutting Room Floor episode. Now, if you are a patron this week, you are getting the second episode of the Cutting Room Floor, which you will have already probably heard by now because it's also coming out 2 days before this episode. But if you listen to this and you like what you hear and you want to hear more of this type of shenanigans, you can head on over to patreon.com and throw some money the Stage Select's way, and you will get this episode for the associate producer and up tiers. And that's the end of my shameless self-promotion for this episode. Next week, we will also be off, but Justin has something cooked up, which I don't know what exactly that is yet, but you'll probably know shortly after I do, because I think he's turning it in just a couple days before it goes live, and I'll just have a couple days to edit it. But yeah, we'll be back together in the studio soon. But in the meantime, enjoy this episode. Thanks. Well, hello there. It's Julian here, talking to you wonderful patrons out there. Yeah, this is just a little thing that I kind of cobbled together for those of you who may not know. I mean, most of you guys probably do, but I'm hoping that one day we'll have patrons that did not listen to Nerds Without Pants and do not know where we came from and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we record the podcasts. We do the call on Skype, and we have a program called Skype Recorder that runs in the background that just records the raw Skype audio from both, from all callers into one audio file, just as a backup in case like something goes wrong with our local recordings. But I always have those, and they just kind of stack up, and we usually start running those before, well, they start when the call starts. So there tends to be a lot of extra stuff that's recorded that doesn't make it into the shows. And I thought it might be fun to revisit a handful of those from recent episodes and share some things with you. And with that being said, audio quality is not going to be on like it is with the regular, like the actual finished episodes. Also, minimal editing done to this stuff, so just kind of keep that in mind. But I don't know. I kind of dig behind the scenes type stuff like this. Is it masturbatory? Is it just like us? Like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. You guys can let us know what you think, and if you guys want more things like this for Patreon content. I have other plans in the works, but this was something that I thought I could kind of put together relatively quickly and have fun with. So this first little bit is actually from episode 3, the 311 button, which was the first episode that we recorded on the regular schedule, because episode 1 and 2 were kind of recorded in a weird time frame. And this is just an example of some of the bullshit that we kind of get up to before we start recording. So here you go.
Somehow he mentioned Michelle Branch doesn't get enough. The world needs more Michelle Branch, and I was like, yeah, I guess. And I mentioned the music. I was like, that music video where she's stalking that dude is really creepy, though. And he was like, yeah, where was she going with that piano? I was like, no, that's Vanessa Carlton. I was like, I mix those two up all the time too. This is a common thing. I think everybody does this.
Never. Nope. Like, sorry.
You didn't. They look like the same person, Julian. It's. You can't convince me they're not.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a much softer spot in my heart for Vanessa Carlton.
You do, and I understand. That's fine.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I never got any albums of hers after the second one. That's the weird thing about me with music, is that I'll get like 2 to 3 albums from an artist, and then just like forget to see if they did anything else after that.
To be fair, that's usually the stopping point, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
usually
that's fair.
2 albums is like you got enough, probably. Maybe you didn't, maybe you did.
Yeah, because I think she did at least one more, possibly 2. There's like a handful of artists where I keep going back to check. Like, did you release anything yet? Oh, nope, still not. Okay, all right, I'll be back in a few years.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta say, man, I have had the Thank You Scientist album that I bought on a repeating loop. Like,
which one did you get, by the way?
I got, hold on, Stranger Heads Prevail.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Dude. Because the first thing that I listened to, it was like the first thing that showed up on YouTube. It wasn't the one that you recommended, but it was Mr. Invisible.
Yes.
And I was listening to it, and I was like, if I knew how to edit video, I would make a Persona 5 music video to this song.
Yes.
Like, it's got such a Persona vibe to it.
Yes, they very much do. Yeah. I always wanted to end Clickbait Update. Like, if I would have had a more definitive ending to that show, I was gonna end it with the song my famed Disappearing Act, because it's just a good outro song. I like that band a lot. They're very good.
Yeah, I will be buying more.
Yeah. What was the other one? Hold on, let me find them real quick, because I have a couple albums of theirs.
Yeah, give me a recommendation, because I see it on my.
They probably have more since I've looked into it. Oh yeah, Maps of Non-Existent Places is really good. That's a really good fucking album.
Okay.
And I actually think that one might be better. That's right. That's the one that has the song I just mentioned. That one's really good.
Cool. I'll get that right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I got to do it in the other app. There we go. Bion.
Yeah. Transformer or Terraformer was also pretty good. They're really good. You can't really go wrong with them.
There was not a track on that entire album that I didn't love.
Yeah, they're great. It's weird. Dan Reichert's brother-in-law is in that band.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know that he's the one that made the fire escape theme and all that stuff, but he's in that band. That's like, he just does music stuff.
Huh.
I think he's the guitar player, maybe something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, but they're just prog rock with a fucking brass section. It's really good. It's just really good. Oh, all right.
And purchased.
Good. That's good. You I think is that the one before the one you have? Might be.
One I bought was from 2016. The first one that I
bought. Oh shit. I was just on it and then I just clicked off. Fuck me. That one's from the one you bought's from 2014.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it's earlier. That's like I think that's their first album.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they're fairly new.
Well, I know, just because like it was so like polished, like you wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's like their first album that they put out, but like it was their first one that you can find and buy, right. I guess. They got signed, I believe. I think their record label was, I forget what it's called, but Coheed and Cambria has a fucking record label, and that's who signed them for at least however long. That's how I knew they existed. And then I immediately felt robbed when there was a bunch of stuff that they opened for Coheed for, and then I didn't go to those shows. I seen some other band that Coheed signed, and I didn't think they were very good, so that's my life.
All right, well, I'm ready for the countdown for the actual episode if you are, sir.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me dump this. I forgot.
Oh, and real quick, for this opening bit, or I think I already told you, yeah, just roll with it, whatever he says to you, and then when I come up, just ask me who that was.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, and next up, this is a couple chunks from the beginning, like right before we started the episode 4, with Mike Fallick on, and just get a little bit more Mike Fallick goodness. I did have to do some sensitive cutting around some of these bits. That's why there's kind of like a weird break in between. And that's mainly just because he was kind of talking about some stuff that we can't put out there publicly, NDAs and whatnot, and contracts and all that good stuff, because Mike is a serious businessman now. But my feeling is that more Mike is good Mike. So here's more Mike.
Do I need anything up? Oh, oh yeah, that's right. I could do that, couldn't I? I could do that. And that would be fun. I should do that.
Is that a Mike Fallick that I can't hear?
That's par for the course.
In his scrubs, his ER scrubs. Just got back from open heart surgery.
Yeah.
On Pac-Man apparently, because I see like the yellow blood on him, not red blood.
Yeah, it's good. That's what you want.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Now I can.
Let me see if I can see you. Hey!
Hey!
My office is a shithole. Look at that.
Mine too.
Mine. Yeah. Join the club.
So I'm looking over here, not ignoring you. But if at some point I scream shit, it has nothing to do with you guys. It's because I put in like a number slightly incorrectly on a form.
Gotcha.
Nice. That's fun.
And I'm just annoyed that I have to re-upload. Anyway, I've been in hell. How are you guys?
Not bad.
Good.
It's good. It's good to see you, sir.
It shifts. It's good to hear that I'm having a shit month. Yeah, I'm so. This is I literally have not been able to stop working or sleep for the past like 3 weeks.
No, I've seen your posts, man. Yeah.
So this is the first kind of thing I'm doing, really.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I was like, oh, you sure you don't want to like push it into April? Because I would have liked to have had a chance to like actually play the game before we had you on. First, but
come back on.
Well, yeah, you'll be on. You'll be back on. Yeah, you had no idea last time that you were on NWP that you were going to be the final guests of NWP.
Yeah.
The final guest. How crazy is that?
Yeah,
it's wild.
Let me pull up so I can record on my end. Because I just closed it. How have you both been?
Fine.
Hanging in there.
I have no idea if I'm an episode behind or not.
There's been 3.
1 episode behind then.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, good. You don't know about the 311 button controversy. That's good.
I know all about 311.
Do you know about the There's been a controversy over just that, apparently. That's it. That's all it is. It's the 311 button.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
controversy.
Okay. Ooh, this is fun. Sorry, I'll address that in a second. When I name this file, I'm not naming it NWP.
Nope.
Ooh, this is fun.
It's new now, yes.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Stage. Select 1 mic. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And hopefully we can, like, this will be the first episode that gets recorded all as one audio file and nothing breaks like midway through recording, because every episode so far.
I'd like to guarantee that it won't. I don't know.
I think this is playing with fire, both of you.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that.
Do you believe in that kind of stuff, Justin? I am prone to that as well. So I know I'm being glib.
I am like randomly superstitious for somebody who doesn't believe in anything.
That's the way to be. That's the way to be, though. It's like, they say that like people in like the UK, right? That or is it UK or is it Australia? Where it's like,
it's Australia. I don't know.
Where everybody's like rational, but it's like, but you don't fuck with the Fae, right? Like, so if you see something in the woods that you think is Fae related, you're like, no, we go around.
Yeah, makes sense.
It may be also, Justin, as someone who has OCD, that it is in fact a result of your highly logical nature. That sometimes if you are highly logical and not superstitious at all, that you then don't have the coping skills when you do believe something superstitious.
Yeah, that could be. I have a tendency to feel like if I don't do the exact same thing the exact same way a lot of the time, that things will go poorly. So I'm superstitious about things like that.
Well, for me with like my job, it's because things will go poorly because I'll forget a step, and so then it's like, well, that fucked me.
Well, no,
fucked future me.
Mine are stupid like rituals. Like on the way to work, if I do not tip my can of Monster towards the speed limit 25 sign, the day will go poorly. Things like this, Julian.
I've never asked you this, Justin. What, like, I mean, you've had bad days at work. You can get in a lot of trouble at work. You know.
I mean, I could.
Like what the day that you got you got hurt? I mean, did you not tip your can?
I never got hurt at work.
No,
really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was just like an ongoing medical condition.
Yeah, that was no. That was an ongoing medical issue. I
just live in a world where my friends, and anytime they get hurt, if the work is going to pay for it, it needs to be while they are plugged into like the mainframe, and otherwise it's like I'm not sure that medical thing is covered. So I just assumed that makes me sad about my life and my friends, actually, that I just have assumed all these years that you got hurt at work. Otherwise, why would they cover surgery?
No, I just have insurance, and that.
Oh,
yeah, it's crazy. and then if I'm out of work, the insurance, I get paid through like life insurance for like 6 months or some shit. I can't remember if it's life insurance or some kind of insurance pays me. Me and Mutual of Omaha, we like this.
I could talk for a while about Mutual of Omaha, actually.
I believe it.
I have a ton of opinions about it.
It's nice when the shit works. It sucks when the shit doesn't. I'm like off of like 2 of my major medications because I was going to have to pay like $2,000 for them before like the insurance would actually kick in. It was like, no, you got to pay a $2,000 copay on this. It's like, I don't have $2,000, so I guess I'll die.
Yep. Yep, that's always fun.
That's great. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
You know,
world's crumbling around us. It's, you know.
No, it's working. What are you talking about? It's great. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, and next up, it's actually quite a bit from like it's going to be 2 like pretty large chunks. And this comes from one of our more recent episodes. Well, I mean, they're kind of all recent at this point, aren't they? Episode 7, Too Much Beach Boys Talk. You guys may be surprised to know, or maybe not, I don't know. There's not a lot of actual, like, preparation that goes into recording the stage select. There's way more of it than Nerds Without Pants had, because I actually do have an outline that I put together before the show, because now we have, you know, there's certain things that I need to make sure that we talk about as far as like certain bits or that I want to get to, or you know, remembering to thank the patrons, you guys, or remembering that we have questions, comments, and concerns that episode, or an Ask Sherwin-Williams bit, things like that. But as far as like what we're going to talk about, Justin and I kind of play that close to the vest until like right before, and we'll kind of just let each other know like what games we're going to bring to it, but usually not in much detail. Although, you know, we still invariably end up talking about shit that, you know, some of it is going to be a repetition of what you may have heard in that episode. Some of it is going to be additional stuff, and also just weird tangents and stuff like that. So this is kind of a good example of us ramping up before we're actually about to record an episode.
And I played a game that was on Game Pass called Open Roads.
Is that the one with like the kind of non-binary character that's going around like taking pictures?
No.
There's
no picture taking that I can remember.
Well, maybe I'm remembering the gameplay wrong, but like are they black with like glasses and?
No.
Okay.
No, different game.
Okay.
No, this was more. You almost have. Is it? See if it's on Steam real quick, so it's look upable. Kind of looks like. Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
Almost looks like a 70s cartoon, kind of.
Oh. then maybe I haven't seen this.
It's really weird. Yeah, you should look at it. It's mixed with like 3D stuff, but like some reason like it reminds me of like old cartoons when it does its animated stuff.
Hey Mom, I was thinking about something. When was the last time we were able to?
It's got a neat look to it actually when it's fully in motion.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it reminds me a little bit of that.
Would be nice.
I mean, just when you're in the car, it reminds me of that Hitchhiker game that I played.
We gotta go check the whole place out.
The animation,
right?
Is that's a look. That's
it's a look. It's a look. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It'll be fun.
Then because I thought it was that other game when I saw it on Game Pass, which didn't interest me. So
yeah.
But that looks more up my alley, so I might check that out.
It's neat. You may or may not like it though. I'll get into it. But I'll wait. But yeah, the look wise, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Part of it actually looks like a porn game that I've seen like clips of on the tube sites that I've been interested in checking out, but never have. It's because it's got like a very like Disney animation, but like old Disney animation look to it.
It's not Once Upon a Time, is it?
Well, I think they've got a couple.
There's a couple of those.
Yeah, I think they're from the same people, or at least the animation is very similar. I think the one that I saw was like The Manor.
Oh.
Or no, maybe it is Once Upon a Time. I don't know.
You'd have to look up Once Upon a Time. No, this doesn't really look Disney-like.
Oh no, it's not that. I can see it on your screen.
No, it's not that. Yeah, no, it's not that.
I think it might be called The Manor, or one of them is called The Manor.
I doubt it's going to be on here.
Yeah, it's probably an itch
Yeah, I was just going to say that sounds like an itch game. Yeah.
But I think at least one of them is actually done.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, most of them aren't.
Or they'll never be finished. Yeah. Let's see, what was the one? I was playing one not too long ago that I thought was going to be really terrible and actually wasn't that bad. But I mean, it's not great, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it updated. And that, but you get to a certain point in it, and you're like, okay, I'm willing to see where this is going, and then it stops, and you're like, okay, all right, well, that's it.
I played one this week that it was like maybe 45 minutes long, which I hadn't seen that before. Like the game, but it had an end, like a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
But in it, like the main character is actually making a porn game, like in his free time to try to make some money, and like he says that like, oh, and his first game that he puts out, like it's really short, like it's like half an hour, and people are complaining about that, but they liked it otherwise. But he's talking about all the money that he made, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's file that away for later.
Yeah, this one took me to get to the end of the content. It took me almost 6 hours to do.
Yeah.
So
which is still short, but not nearly. I mean, I was.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't done. It's not done. It's very much like, it's not even close. Yeah,
this one is done, and
yeah,
I actually had bought like because it was on sale, and like he's done like 3 games, and I just went ahead and bought the bundle because it wasn't that much more expensive. And I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. It's like you put together these like, all right, decently written games that you can finish in under an hour, but they're like really cheap, and
yeah, this one the one I played, it was called Steps of Debauchery, and I
was looking at that one.
Yeah, the reason I was kind of fascinated by it, I was like, you play as a girl in it? I was like, oh, okay, I want to see how bad that gets, because that sounds like it's going to be terrible. And I was like, okay, this is actually, like, there are definitely spots where but I was like, this could be worse. You can tell it's very inspired by, like, being a dick, though. Like, the opening menu alone is like, okay, yeah, no, you definitely played that game. That's like, it is the same fucking menu, almost beat for beat. But honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of okay. It's not bad.
I need to find there's this one song that is used in a lot of porn games that I want to use for a bit, but I don't know how to find it. It goes like do 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 do. I've actually heard it in an ad before, like on YouTube, like because so it's definitely like a stock piece of music. It's
probably a royalty free thing. Yeah,
I just need to figure out where I can find it because it's terrible and super cheesy, but like it would work for certain things, and I'm sure that's why people use it. It's almost always used in the porn games that I play for the best friend next door character.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about there. But yeah, that was actually better than I thought it was going to be. Let's see. I think that I started playing Balatro again. I don't know, but I played it on console, so that's different, I guess.
I had seen it on PlayStation one day, and I almost picked it up. But I'm really scared of that game because, like I said, I don't know anything about cards, and I feel that I need to at least know a little. Like, not. I know I don't need to know about poker, but I feel like I at least need to know about cards, and I don't know anything about playing cards.
I just get it. Just do it. It'll be fine.
I think it was something that like they were saying on Castle Super Beast that made me think, oh, maybe I was wrong about my impression of this one. Maybe I do. Maybe it is less, noob friendly than I'm thinking.
Oh, I mean,
oops.
You do kind of got to know like something about like how a deck of playing cards works, I guess.
Yeah.
But because I guess it's based around like playing poker.
Yeah, because like the only thing that I've ever done with cards is solitaire and only computer solitaire.
Oh,
so.
Okay, that's enough. You know how
okay.
suits work. Like if it has the diamonds and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, if you get pairs, that's good. If you get all in order, that's good. I think the only thing that would maybe be like confusing is face card order. Well, even solitaire, you have to go Jack, Queen, King.
Yeah.
Ace.
Okay.
As being the highest. That's the order. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like cards.
I might end up checking it out then because
try it out.
It definitely it sounds like something that would be nice, like fun for like small.
I see. Yeah.
Sessions.
I was. Yeah. That's why I got it because I was watching Pat play it and I got mad at him as I was watching him because he keeps doing the most insane things to me from just a raw like statistics perspective. He's like, I gotta get this straight, and he'll discard every card. Like, I'm like, okay, you can't shoot for inside straight draws, man. That's the worst fucking thing you can do. And that is me being an asshole. I'm like, no, don't you because your odds of getting that are very low. You can't just like you have to be open on both ends. It's still low, but you can get it that way.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where this would fit in the show, so I'll just say it here because I don't know if it'll actually come up. But last night, Mume from HoloLive English was playing Doom 2016.
Yeah.
And I think I got the impression that she had played it on stream, but like a long time ago, and she was coming back to it after a while.
Okay.
And so she was close to the end of the game, and I'm watching her play, and I don't know how old these girls are, but I'm betting that she's under 25, right?
Okay.
Based on her voice and just kind of things that I've seen her say. And just watching her play this game, I'm like, the reflexes are insane. Like, she's never missing a shot. Like, she's doing these things where it's like she would like get into a teleporter and there'd be an enemy right in front of her, and like she would not hesitate. Like, the enemy was almost dead, but by the time like I registered that it was in front of her, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. And it made me think like, is this, is that like the difference, right? Like I'm watching this gameplay and I'm like, she's already killed the thing by the time that I register it, or but this at the same time, it's like I don't recall my reflexes being that good when I was that age because again, like I mainly played RPGs and shit like that. So like even when I was playing first person shooters, I was still bad at them even in my 20s. So it's like I don't know, but it was kind of amazing to watch, and and she's really cute, and she's just like, where are you? Come back here.
Right.
Right. Like just.
Let's see. Now I'm looking into. So I'll get into that later. I may need a copy of Doom, the original Doom.
I've been kind of ever since that My House, .wad video.
Yeah.
I've kind of been wanting to go back and play OG Doom.
Yeah. I want a copy of it for different reasons. I don't know if I should.
I love it when I hear Doom sound effects show up in TV shows and movies.
I always hear Metal Gear stuff now. I don't know
Really?
what it is. Yeah, it's weird. Like just that like the discovery you get
Bloop.
that boing.
Yeah.
Like that, I hear that fucking sound effect a lot.
Interesting. I've never seen that in like an actual
In like a television show, I'm not sure if I have, but
no, I definitely hear
I
it
don't
in, like,
watch a lot
YouTube
of
stuff,
it
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I've definitely heard like the sound of like the door opening in Doom in movies and TV, and also
I can
like the
believe that.
sound of like some of the demons growling like in certain productions. I'm like, oh
Right.
shit, that's an imp.
I wonder if this will work. Now I'm curious. Now I have to know how to actually launch this. Okay, I'll figure that out another time. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
Okay, I'm ready to go if you are.
Yeah. One second here. Turn this bullshit on. All right.
All right, and last but certainly not least, because it's like the biggest chunk of this special that I've got for you. You may think that after we hit stop on the recording at end of the show that we're done, but we're not done. We can go for a while after that, especially since the show, the State Select, is shorter than Nerds Without Pants, so we're not finishing at like almost 2 a.m. Justin's time. So we've still got a lot more gas in the tank, and we'll just talk about whatever. If memory serves, there's still some more talk about games. There's a little bit of like behind the scenes show talk. I talk about Nanashi Mume from HoloLive playing Doom, which is fun. And also quite a bit of wrestling talk, which I know that's not everybody's bag, but at least it wasn't in an actual regular episode, right? This is all gravy. So hope you guys enjoy this. That's all you're going to hear from me. I'll just let the last bit speak for itself, and we will see you on Patreon. Thanks again, guys. We really appreciate all the support. It means the world to us. Take care. I've been Julian Titus. He's been Justin Ham. We've been the Stage Select, signing off.
Uh-huh.
All right, hitting stop.
Okay.
Next time we do I don't know. I had this plan for firing Morgun, and then he shows up next time that we do Masterpiece Theater, like
okay,
in the role that I would be playing, just because I was like, oh, that's where he ended up.
Oh, you can still do that.
Yeah, it can be his side gig.
Maybe you didn't fire him, but you reassigned him.
Right. I was like, I'm kind of bored of doing this. Morgun, you take over.
Yeah.
Where do I wait? What is going on?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's why. It looks the same. I'm stupid.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, I need to delete Julian 006. Ooh, this is Julian 007.
Oh, you put an extra O.
Well, yeah, because that's how I also have done the episodes, because like I'm taking that swing that like at some point we're going to hit triple digits. So
okay.
Make sure
right.
it sorts correctly everywhere.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Export. Well, nothing crept out on this episode, so
yeah. You had your opening mic Skype issue, but that's nothing.
Yeah, that was. I think I don't know what that was, but like,
I don't know why. Yeah, it's weird that it does that.
yeah. I'm sure it has something to do with, because I did update the computer just like this week, so I'm sure something. And I updated Skype as well, so there was probably something.
Yeah,
that
that's
broke.
probably That's probably it. Yeah. That's probably it. And you didn't trigger the Shasta McNasty alarm all episode. I had the Wikipedia all ready to go.
Man, I thought for sure when I brought up the Hostess Club that I was going to get it.
No. That was a legit question, because I was like, no, I don't want to. I actually have thought of that myself, of like, would I want to go to something like this? And I was like, absolutely not. What is the point?
Yeah,
I feel the same way about strip clubs too. I'm like, what is the point? I don't understand.
I mean, the strip club is like, well, you get to see naked ladies, and if you get a lap dance, you get to touch naked ladies.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess that's the point. I guess it doesn't appeal to me.
Right. Yeah. But
so I don't get it. But yeah, I guess I get it, but I don't care.
But like you're getting like way more for your money in a sexual way with a strip club than you are with a cabaret club. But again, I also don't know if that's the point of the cabaret club. I do honestly think it's more of like a practice dating type of thing.
Yeah.
Because guys are so shy in Japan.
Right. Where is it? Not fucking let me. No.
I really want some fucking takoyaki though. Like, I've been craving it since I played Infinite Wealth. I was able to find a place that delivered takoyaki once, and I got it.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. And I've had it before, but like, it's a hard thing to come by.
Right. What is it? Is it? What the fuck, man? This is a weird. Okay.
Is this podcast related or horse race game related?
Podcast related. There it is. Why doesn't sometimes the fucking Dropbox button to upload shit just doesn't pop up?
Oh yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, and it seems to happen like every time. It's like it's almost like the session times out, but I'm still signed in and everything, and I don't know.
Yeah, see, because I just have like a Dropbox icon like on my like in my tray. And I just click on that and click on the folder and just drag and drop.
I see.
Like I rarely use. The only time that I use the web version of Dropbox is when I need to like give permissions to a new person.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to set that all up on the desktop, so I just do it on the thing.
Yeah, I don't even know if I set it up. I feel like it just. I don't.
It might have just done it, and you just did it without thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I was always like, I don't know, because I never used it for a long time. The Dropbox portion of anything. Before I started doing this stuff. And so I just ignored it. And I was like, well, I don't want to have to set that up on here. That's a nightmare. I don't know how to do that. So I just left it. And then now I'm like, I can't remember what the fucking password is. So Google remembers all these things for me. So I don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
So I just use the web version. It's fine. It
works mostly.
Yep. A friend of mine at work was pointing out to me that the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer exists. Mm-hmm. But also the movie I Still Know What You Did Last Summer exists. But the timeline doesn't make sense for it. Because
nothing in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer makes sense. It's like 2 years later. Yeah.
So that doesn't really count. It's like it's not last summer anymore.
Well, I think it might be that they also know what they did the summer that I Still Know What You Did Last Summer takes place in. Because it's actually 3 summers, right? Like the I Know What You Did Last Summer opens with them killing the guy in summer, and then the next summer they get the note I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay.
Right? And so then when you get to I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Like that's a third summer that is I think it's referring to.
This is 2 years after the events of of the first movie. Like
never mind. The timeline doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Like I love the first movie. I think it's actually a really good like psychological horror movie because like the guy's fucking with them for the whole movie, and like what he'll do is like he will make it to where like they see a dead body, and then when they go try to get help, the dead body is gone. Right. Mm-hmm. So they just look like they're crazy kids, like trying to pull pranks and nobody believes them. Right. Meanwhile, like he's picking them off one by one. It's really cool. And then the second movie is just a slasher flick. Like
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of blood and gore. It's like, oh yeah, there's Jack Black. He was getting high on a bong, and now he's got like he's got like a knife stabbed through his chest like while he was high.
Well, now I'm sold. Now I wanna watch that. That sounds excellent. I didn't know that was part of it. I'm like, oh well, color me intrigued. I'll have to bring that up next time I talk to my friend. I'm gonna go. You didn't mention Jack Black is getting stoned the entire time, or part of it, and then getting stabbed. That might have something here. Yep. All right. That's there. We did it?
We did it.
Good. All right. Good.
Another episode in the books. It's weird because, like, you know, every episode is performing like significantly worse than the previous episode. And I'm like,
that's about how it works.
What's going on? Like, you know, but it's, you know, I feel like it has to stabilize at some point where it's like, okay, no, this is obviously our audience, right? And then build from there. Because like episode 5, like we're sitting at like 47 total downloads. Only 38 for Beware the Shasta McNasty alarm so far.
Yeah. Be careful of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. I figured that, like, well, obviously the first couple episodes are going to be way higher because I got as many people as possible to share them.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, but what is our, you know, for better or worse, like, subscription base, right? Like the people, you know, that are downloading it consistently every week.
Yeah. Tough to say.
Yeah.
Tough to say. Yep.
I've been watching because Wooly brought it up on a slop stream, but it made, so now I've been looking up like Attitude Era and slightly after video packages for, like, you know so like I watched the one with that one Limp Bizkit song, just one. Like, I didn't actually know that was Limp Bizkit. I thought it was someone else, but
it wasn't the My Way.
My Way, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's famous. Yeah, that one's, people love that one.
Yeah. And then last night it was in my recommendations, but it was the Creed when their album was coming out, and it was like a big, you know, video package. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember when this was airing.
Yeah.
Because as much as I'm skeeved out by, you know, that era in general of wrestling these days, like, man, those video editors, like they knew what was up.
That was man, the guy that was there for a lot of that stuff, I think he's there now. He was Brother Love, Bruce Pritchard.
Oh, that was Bruce Pritchard that was working on that stuff?
No, he didn't do that. On his podcast, he talked about the guy who put those together.
Gotcha.
And I can't remember what their name was, but they were like really, really good at it. I don't think they're there. They're definitely not there anymore, but yeah. Fuck, man, who did that? Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
That one was famous.
Did CM Punk go back to AEW? Is that what people were?
No, he's in WWE again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got the impression that, like, he jumped back to AEW, like, or some shit.
No, he went to AEW for, you know, for however long, and then caused a bunch of bullshit there.
Yeah.
Then he went back. Now he's in WWE again.
Right, but I've gotten the impression that then he, like, this week he left WWE and went back to AEW.
No, I think, and I could be wrong. I don't know exactly what happened. I haven't been watching at all for a while.
Man, my Twitter has been so on fire about WWE lately. I'm legit shocked. Like, it's most of my feed these days.
Is it like people being happy about it, or okay? Yeah, that was probably WrestleMania was what happened.
Well, but even before that, and also after WrestleMania, like,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think if I remember hearing right, they were gonna air the CM Punk footage from when, basically the incident that got him fired.
Yeah, I think that did happen.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell if that was like also in conjunction with him like jumping ship yet again, which would have been crazy.
Yeah, and no one. Okay, yeah, basically they do weird shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, not. I haven't been paying attention to what's been going on in wrestling, but AEW seems like they're in a bit of a desperation phase as of late. So
yeah. I'm sure we talked about this after I went to go see AEW. Tony Khan is a weird motherfucker.
He's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really weird. I think that's kind of a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I can tell that he's like I get the feeling that like on one hand he's like a kind of surprisingly genuine person for being a billionaire, but on the other hand it's clear that he doesn't know how to interact with like normal humans.
Yes.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, he's a strange dude, man. He seems like a very like legitimate wrestling fan, but
yes.
But at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what like, okay, his dad owns the factory that I work at.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
But that's the money that guy comes from.
Right.
So yeah.
And always came from it. That's the even crazier part, right? That's just been his life.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. So because definitely when he came out, I was like, well, this is the closest I've ever been to a billionaire. This feels strange.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it is odd.
And every time he would come out, it was like, oh no, go back. I don't need more of you, Tony Khan.
That's what everybody's like, oh, dude, stop. Like, just stop. Just hang out backstage. Get somebody to do this. I know. Yeah. Like, that was the thing with AEW for the longest time is, like, you knew he was the money behind it, but you never really seen him or heard about him. And then slowly over time is like, okay, this guy should probably go away maybe.
Yeah. That is one thing that I will say for Vince McMahon, right, is that he had, like, a really good screen presence.
Well, they made it a thing.
Even when he was because like I didn't know that he owned the company when he used to do commentary when I was a kid.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But he was so good on commentary.
He was pretty decent at it.
Yeah,
he was pretty decent at it.
And then when he became,
I wouldn't say he was great, but he was decent at it. Because you go back and listen now, and like sometimes you're just like, he has no idea what that move's called. It's kind of endearing.
Yeah. You know, I'm just going off of like childhood memory, right? Like right. I remember his voice.
I did too, and like when you go back, and he has a great voice for commentary. Don't get me wrong, but like you go back and you're like, you're just like hearing him say certain things. You're like, what the fuck, man? Like,
fair enough.
Yeah.
But then when he started to do like the Vince McMahon character and all that shit, it was like, no, this is like, you're really good at this, right? Like,
it's good. Yeah.
You are a really good bad guy. It turns out that's because he's just a bad guy.
I mean, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, that makes sense for you to actually put yourself in this role because you're really good at doing it. Where Tony Khan is like, no, stay back there. Please.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's funny. He doesn't. He doesn't have like the like I'm a character in the storyline thing going. Like he doesn't do any of that, which somehow makes it weirder.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like if it was part of the story, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I guess. I wish they wouldn't do this angle like for the millionth time. Like, you know, it's one of those things in wrestling that I am kind of sick of is the authority figure. We must fight against the man. I get that it works, but like at the same time, I'm just like, it's just so played out to death. And that's WWE's fault. They ran that shit into the ground.
I think it was WrestleMania 2000. A McMahon in every corner was the main event. Like it's like, oh no, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's oh boy. But anyway, yeah, that was the main event, wasn't it? Yeah. God.
Like each McMahon had their guy, and it was like a fatal four-way match.
Yeah. Oh boy, what a fucking time. But yeah, so yeah, they ran that into the ground. So obviously they didn't want to do that, but then, and I don't know, then Tony Khan started showing it. He's just, it's weird. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I don't know, he's got to like disappear, but now people know who he is and what he does, so he kind of can't at the same time, and I don't know what he should do.
Right.
I don't know what they do with this. I don't know. Stocks 9800 stock market simulator. Uh-oh.
Oh, Justin, you're going to a weird place of Steam.
I live here. This is where I live, bro. I can bet on. Can you bet on horse races? Oh, it's early access, so I can't buy. I'm not gonna buy this. You can bet on horse races in this. Okay, this is odd.
Hold on, this is let's see.
News Tower. I've seen that game before.
This let's see. I'm going to share my screen for this because that's just easier because then we can enjoy together. But like,
okay.
I forget there was something that we said on the show that made me think of this because I had watched this earlier anyway, but it was just like I guess just interacting with the youngs.
Oh yeah.
Closed captions on.
All right, I'm going to build.
Deadbeats are a little too rowdy. I figured it out. How to get them back in line. All you have to do is sing really cringe TikTok memes. So if the deadbeats ever bother you, just bring out the old Gat for the Rizzler, and they'll be like, no!
What did you say?
Sticking out your Gat for the Rizzler? You're so skibbity?
I don't know what that means!
I just want to be your Sigma?
I don't know what that means, Bee-Boo!
You don't have to know what it means. You just know that is the key to making people behave. Because they will absolutely hate it and want you to stop.
I just got a message that says, Callie, please save us from Pebbles. You want to explain this, Bee-Boo?
It's catchy. I'll link you the video later.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
But it's catchy. It'll get stuck in your head, and then you can't escape it. It's that kind of song.
All right. Gotcha. Okay, Bee-Boo, yeah. Go ahead and link it to me, and I'll watch it for sure.
Will you actually?
Of course.
Lying isn't good, Calliope Mori.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm continuing to really enjoy the fucking HoloLive English girls. Yeah, like Callie, the one in that video, like it was her birthday stream last week. And like so I was watching YouTube on my break, which was like 10:30 my time. Mm-hmm. And she was streaming and I was like, "Oh, wow, like she's okay, cool." Didn't think of anything of it. Like I went about my day. Get back on YouTube at like 9 p.m. my time, and she's doing a fucking high energy concert for her birthday stream. Like she was still going, like almost 12 hours later, and I'm like, holy shit, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm fascinated by the technology because like at one point she did a song with like all 5 of her, like the people in her original group because they kind of come out in generations.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't know how you pull that off. They're all in different time zones, right? They're in VR because they're using their 3D models. But like, how are you actually producing this song like live? Yeah. And I knew it was live because like I was watching the concert and she was actually like actively winded after her performances, right? It was like the voice of someone who just finished like singing and dancing live.
Right.
And it's like, holy, like, how is this? How do you do this? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
I don't watch like full streams. I just watch clips because like it,
they
stream for so long, and I'm, like.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, like I'll watch like good chunks of like what Pat and Wooly do, but I rarely watch like entire sessions because I'm just like, got the gist of it, right?
Yeah, right.
Someone will clip
you.
out the funniest part eventually. That
Yeah,
I, get to see.
I usually end up falling asleep to a lot of it, and then wake up at certain points during them.
Yeah,
so
that makes
that's
sense.
just kind of how I do that. Oh God, oh no, oh God, help us all! Nebraska's coming out and Truck Simulator. Oh boy, oh no. Oh,
I forget what it was. It was one of the first episodes where some you were reading something and Nebraska came up and you were like, terrible town, terrible state, and continued on your sentence, and it like made me laugh every time that I heard it.
I truly hate Nebraska. I truly hate that state. Okay, release to be announced. So we don't know when it's coming out. Kansas already came out.
Oh, you know what is coming out next week that I actually might pull the trigger on PC is the early access version of No Rest for the Wicked.
No Rest for the Wicked. What was that one again?
It's that action RPG from the people who did Ori, where with the really cool art style.
Oh yeah. That looked pretty neat.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was coming out.
Yeah, and I'm curious. Like I definitely want to play it on Xbox, obvious. But like I'm curious enough that depending on the price, I might just go ahead and buy it on PC also. Just and kind of. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spend a ton of time with it, obviously, because it's early access. But at least get a good sense of it and see what's going on there, because it looks amazing. I'm very interested.
What the hell is this? What is this? Lip Trip. My boss is my heat suppressant. Oh boy. So it's a visual novel. It comes out April 14th. You could play it. When is that? Sunday?
Yeah.
That's weird. What a weird day for that to come out.
It's when Nintendo games always used to come out originally, like back when I was in retail for some reason. Which is really bad for us because, like, we rarely got stuff day and date anyway, but like especially like something that was supposed to come out on the weekend, we weren't going to get that until like the following Tuesday.
Oh well. Realms of Bondage is out now. You can play that. I don't know what that is. Well, I shouldn't have clicked on that.
You knew what that is.
I knew what it was, but I didn't expect it to go so hard so fast. I was like, oh Jesus Christ! I just clicked on the page. Can you wait like 5 seconds to show a penis? Jesus.
I have been surprised. I mean, obviously it's because I've got the safe search off, but I'm surprised that the porn games can actually show like the full shebang in their trailers.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I don't give a shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going, man.
Yeah, I need to get some food in me.
Yeah, I'm a sleepy guy.
All right, man.